Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. Of all the means to ensure happiness throughout the whole life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it does come, we no longer exist. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. You don't develop courage by being happy in your relationships every day. You develop it by surviving difficult times and challenging adversity. It is folly for a man to pray to the gods for that which he has the power to obtain by himself. Not what we have, but what we enjoy, constitutes our abundance. I have never wished to cater to the crowd, for what I know they do not approve, and what they approve I do not know. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us as the confident knowledge that they will help us. Death is nothing to us, since when we are, death has not come, and when death has come, we are not. He who says either that the time for philosophy has not yet come or that it is past is like someone who says that the time for happiness has not yet come or that it is past. If you wish to make Pythocles rich, do not add to his store of money, but subtract from his desires. Vain is the word of that philosopher which does not heal any suffering of man. I never desired to please the rabble. What pleased them, I did not learn, and what I knew was far removed from their understanding. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears, its course lies wholly toward the future. To eat and drink without a friend is to devour like the lion and the wolf. Lastly, if they are both able and willing to annihilate evil, why does it exist? The time when you should most of all withdraw into yourself is when you are forced to be in a crowd. The most important consequence of self-sufficiency is freedom. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. Be moderate in order to taste the joys of life in abundance. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Let no one delay the study of philosophy while young nor weary of it when old. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. If a little is not enough for you, nothing is. If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all humankind would quickly perish, since they constantly pray for many evils to befall one another. We must, therefore, pursue the things that make for happiness, seeing that when happiness is present, we have everything, but when it is absent, we do everything to possess it. All friendship is desirable in itself, though it starts from the need of help. He who has peace of mind disturbs neither himself nor another. We should look for someone to eat and drink with before looking for something to eat and drink. The gods can either take away evil from the world and will not, or, being willing to do so, cannot, or they neither can nor will, or lastly, they are able and willing. The noble man is chiefly concerned with wisdom and friendship. Of these, the former is a mortal good, the latter an immortal one. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. Empty is the argument of the philosopher which does not relieve any human suffering. He who least needs tomorrow will most gladly greet tomorrow. If thou wilt make a man happy, add not unto his riches, but take away from his desires. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Nothing is sufficient for the person who finds sufficiency too little. Misfortune seldom intrudes upon the wise man. His greatest and highest interests are directed by reason throughout the course of life. Of all the things which wisdom acquires to produce the blessedness of the complete life, for the greatest is the possession of friendship. It is not the pretended, but the real pursuit of philosophy that is needed, for we do not need the appearance of good health, but to enjoy it in truth. Contented poverty is an honorable estate. If a person fights the clear evidence of his senses, he will never be able to share in genuine tranquility. If you shape your life according to nature, you will never be poor. If according to people's opinions, you will never be rich. Men inflict injuries from hatred, jealousy, or contempt, but the wise man masters all these passions by means of reason. Therefore, foolish is the man who says that he fears death, not because it will cause pain when it arrives, but because anticipation of it is painful.